and welcome to the show. I am here today on BeamNG Drive, going to be, well, as the title suggests, having a look at a driven till destruction map. Someone got in touch with me saying they had made one, and naturally I'm going to give it a try and see what it's like, see what it's about, see how it works and everything. I've done a couple of quick runs around here, as I often do before I start filming something, and I'm going to be curious to see how this pans out. We're starting off with a Covet, just a base model Covet, as is traditions with this destruction series. Now, the rules, if you haven't seen one of these before, are very simple. I've got to try and drive the car around this circuit for as long as I can until it inevitably breaks down. However, the rules are I've got to push the car as hard as I can. I'm not allowed to simply cruise around at very low speeds, protecting it, so it's going to get hit. And I mean, it's also going to have to take a certain amount of speed over some sections, otherwise I'll get beached and or not make jumps and all of that sort of thing. Apollo agrees. Yeah, we're going to see how long the cars last. This one here, there is all sorts of obstacles. I'm allowed to like slow down for stuff to try and make the car land jumps and all of that kind of thing, but I'm not entirely sure what speed I'm going to need in places, and let's not forget the car is going to be getting damaged as we go around. There might be times where we physically cannot go fast enough, or we've got too little control, all of that sort of good stuff. We're going to run a little bit wide through this one. This jump here is one of the nastier sections. I want to try and land on the sand there, I think. Although, again, not completely sure. Don't really know the track from the very brief running around here. I think that's possibly the lesser of the evils for damaging the vehicle, essentially. Covet likely causes a failure. I mean, overheating an oil pan, always a possibility. Of course, probably bigger concern for this car is the front wheels, drive shafts, and the like. Ooh, that's a bump and a half. Yeah, losing steering, losing drive. There are, I say, kind of two rules counting out cars. If they can no longer make corners or can no longer make the circuit without having to go into reverse from damaged steering, they will be counted out. If I spin, I'm allowed to grab reverse, all of that kind of thing. And if the vehicle is no longer able to... we need to go a little bit faster over that jump, I think. Possibly. Oh, bouncing about horribly. But yeah, if the car is no longer able to get above 30 miles an hour in a reasonable amount of time, like for example if the car grinds to a halt and struggles to get up this hill, yeah, you know what, that's not a reasonable, but if it can't clear 30 miles an hour in a reasonable amount of time, it'll be counted out by the crawler rule, because sometimes what you can get with vehicles is that they are so heavily damaged they can still move, but they can't really go fast enough to do any further damage to themselves. This thing is pulling quite badly. Oh, that's gone a bit too far. We actually landed on the nose, got away with that one quite well. You know, it was a big clonk on the nose, but it is no problem at all. We will clear that. That's a bit nasty. It's a bit nasty. Maybe we'll try the other. I'll try the other jump. We'll try the other jump here. Just do not know how fast I've got to go. Okay, that was actually not too bad. With a little bit heavier damaged car, maybe the lower jump's not the worst idea to go for. Oh, okay, that's a problem. We caught the underside. Uh-oh. And normally the oil pan rupturing would be a disaster. Bigger disaster. Surprise. Oh, okay, that's engine. Oh, I don't care about the engine oil. Much bigger disaster. Fuel tank gone means we are going to leak all of the fuel out of the car. Actually surprised. Don't normally see... Oh, Covet losing a fuel tank. Coolant is over here again. Everything is on fire currently. We started off strongly with a Covet bursting into flames. That's a big crunch on the landing. Covet burst into flames. Everything's overheating. I've got no brakes anymore. We're just going to go until that is a huge fireball. Holy crap, everything's burning. It's not gone well. I mean, it's gone spectacularly as far as a first car goes. Suddenly bursting into flames is... and it's gone. Suddenly bursting into flames is mighty impressive. I'm not sure what's burning because all the fuel is gone. Very dramatic. Everything's literally melted the engine. Damn. Yeah. As far as a first vehicle to run around the course goes, that That is a spectacular one. Well done, Covert. So, we head into our second run. Got an I-Series. This is a mid-spec I-Series. It's an all-wheel drive one, which is normally pretty good. You know, a decent amount of pace and everything. I-Series, pretty strong, I think, in general. All-wheel drive is always helpful. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, that was a bit more of a bump than I expected. Yeah, all-wheel drive is pretty good in terms of making sure that something in the vehicle will still have drive as you are going around the course. You know, if we break a rear wheel, we'll still have some drive. We break a drive shaft, we'll still have some drive. I mean, your front wheels are still going to be vulnerable because they do the steering and everything, but, you know, it's generally the best option. I'm not sure quite where we want to go here. Oh, okay, that's actually not too bad. That's not... I'm not sure I can keep repeating that one. Like, whatever way you go over that jump is going to hurt, is basically what I'm seeing. I'm still not getting the car slowed enough to try and turn. Oh. Do we need first gear? Maybe? Feels very sluggish coming out in second gear there. Now, if we go and take this jump here... yeah, I'm not sure actually. That lower jump is probably, in theory, the better of the two jumps. The problem part you've got is... if you're going a bit quicker, you're going to just land splat on the concrete, and that does generally hurt the underside of the car. Whereas the other jump has a slightly smoother dirt landing, but you've got to be really precise with it. Yeah, interesting. Oh! That bump there is horrible, and yeah, really launches the cars around. We'll run up on the banking, that's fine. Through the pothole section down there we go. Right, we'll launch it there. We've got good speed to make a nice landing. This one here as well, I'm not 100% sure how much speed I need. Oh, okay, it's still going to be a decent... like, it's a big amount of air time, but it's a relatively smooth landing zone, which is what you want. A bit crashing around on the old landing zone there. So it's 2.2 miles is the distance set by the Covert. So we've got another lap to go, and if we get here, we will have beaten it. I would expect an I-Series to beat a Covert in general on these. I mean, the thing with Driven Till Destruction can always be the case, is sometimes you only need one big hit. Oh, my steering is not great. Yeah, sometimes you only need one big hit to really cause the car to groove. I've got a knack for landing that there. I'm just not sure I can repeat it consistently. Which is landing on that sort of like concrete side. It's slightly smoother than trying to land it. Oh no, my steering. Uh-oh. That was going to hurt. It's not... I swear I lined it up straight and it just dragged... Oh. Ah, okay, I see the issue. I see the issue with the steering. I'm going to presume that went before we made it to the big jump. Because... my front left just has a mind of its own. So sometimes it's pointing the way I want it to, sometimes it's not. The problem, so this is one of the... oh no, is it? Oh no, it's definitely not reliable. There's just not got the right amount of steering. It does seem to almost semi-line up with what I want it to do, but not consistently. So one of these bumps has done a number on that. I keep forgetting there's... struggling with turning. I'm struggling to turn left now. Okay, 40... oh no! Oh, for God's sake. It's like I'm trying to lose some speed and the car just veers violently. I think that made... oh, that's bad news. The wheel that I had that was good is no longer the wheel that's any good. It has got significant steering problems going on here. It seems to almost have some steering at times. I can vaguely suggest to it where to go. Yeah, the front left wheel is... oh, has its moments of working. Now, technically, I've not grabbed reverse. Well, it has fallen down a hill. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make this turn anyway. Because we need... the front left wheel is very vaguely cooperating, but the front right is seriously not. We are going... I mean, we're going to go further than the Covert. We clear that mound there. I'm going to have real difficulties. Well, I say at some point, we're definitely not going to have the control. Avoiding these pits is just not an option anymore. Just we are going whatever way the car wants to go here. Oh! Ow. Ow, indeed. Now, I am allowed to... So, reversing... It's not that I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to reverse to make it around a corner. I am allowed to reverse and unstick myself from, like, debris, etc. Like this one here, for example. That is a very big clonk. So we are front-wheel drive, I think, is what we are left as, which is surely not going to be very good for this. I'll be astonished if it can keep going in this condition. Right, we will make it over this jump. I mean, we have cleared the speed. I am very impressed, actually, that it has got the momentum it needs for this. I don't think I got the steering to get across to the other ramp, so we should take what we can get. The steering has now improved on this. Astonishingly, the steering has got significantly better. We will climb over these logs. Unfortunately, I say steering got significantly better after a bunch of crashes that have broken a bunch of other important things in the car. Oh, come on, the engine. Not enjoying its life anymore. I mean, it's got no cooling, it's got no oil, pretty much. It's no coolant, I should say. Head gasket's now gone. It is not long for this world, this car. Come on. Come on. I mean, if we can try and make it across the line for another lap, that would be great. That's a pit, because steering is a vague implication of an idea. I have a feeling this might be the end of the I-Series. I'm trying to put it into neutral to get some revs up and then dump it. Oh, once it's got some revs up, dump it into first to try and get it moving. It's not going to move. That's the end of that engine. It's not going to turn back on, that one. The engine is unsurprisingly seized, locked up, and that is the end of the I-Series. It's dead. It's had it. Admittedly, it was steering damage causing grief. I don't know what went on with that front wheel. Maybe it was like control arms had broken or bent or something that meant it was erratic. And then, yeah, once it started overheating, it's always going to be a problem. Weirdly, yeah, that wheel has got some semblance of control back, but a wildly out of control car for a lot of that run has made it around here. Technically death by overheating, brought on by pretty heavy steering damage. So, from one big fireball to one melting car, we have got up next a van. Vans are normally pretty strong with this. Now, I have gone for a long wheelbase version, just because I thought it'd be fun, but it is all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is good. All-wheel drive is, in general, for this, all-wheel drive is pretty good. Hopefully the wheels are going to hang on a bit better on this. Long wheelbase, I can't decide. Long wheelbase might mean you can get away with being less affected by some bumps, might mean you are affected by some sections worse. We've seen in different ones, different destruction courses, different vehicles, different wheelbases and so on, doing well. Now my theory with this vehicle is we should be pretty good. Things like, I say that, we've bent the rear already in a peculiar manner, which doesn't bode well, but things like those bollards, whatever you want to call them, okay, a little roll there is fine. They're going to affect this a lot less. It should be pretty strong and should be able to deal with the worst of this course, I say relatively well. Oh, you're going to wonder why here. I'm thinking that these big impacts, it's got pretty heavy duty suspension basically, is my thought process here. It's got a decent chunk of power as well, this spec. Got that lining up there. That was better landing. But yeah, trying to get that lined up perfectly. Surprisingly difficult. Surprisingly difficult. We'll maybe stick with a lower jump. Alright, across here, we can launch that there. And yeah, it's all good. It's getting chucked about. Like, it's so far mostly bodywork damage. I mean, it flipped a little bit, but again, mostly bodywork. Did a tree just steal our door? I think so. I guess you can have the door then. Wasn't needing that anyway. Better airflow into the cabin and everything. I don't know. There's dodge the potholes down there. We're going to hit that. Okay, that's fine. Decent enough landing for the van. Struggling a little bit to regain some composure with it. That's going to be... I mean, it's a big clonk on the landing, but it is at least a smooth landing. Unfortunately, it is now being chucked around something terrible. Just bobbled from side to side as we went there. All the way down past the start-finish line. We're going to lose another door. Oh, no, we've managed to turn a conventional door into a suicide door. That's fun. Well done. Well done. Well done, van. Sure. Sure. Why not? We will head across those ones. They're not really... Like, they can puncture tyres, I'm sure. Probably rip parts of the underside of the car, especially if you've got damaged suspension. It doesn't really seem to be a problem with the van. Oh, that's a huge jump. You know, if you go fast enough, maybe you could land directly in the water. That might actually... If you could do it, or land in, like, the muddy trench, if we could jump that far, that'd be pretty good for the van, I reckon. Maybe save it on the landings. We've seen it before in general. If you can land in the mud, that's pretty good going. Yeah, that's not too bad or a line through there either for the van to be taking. I feel like the line here to the left is quite a big jump, which I don't think I want. Oh, there is a solid rock over there. I carried a bit too much momentum into that corner. Figured, oh well, you know, there's a line out wide. We'll just take that, much as there is here. Like we've got some. There's some leeway in the lines that you can take around here. I mean, they're still bumpy. They're still going to cause you grief, but yeah, there is definitely some leeway with the manoeuvring. We're going to get a lot of understeer. Uh-oh, a bit too much speed. Go fast enough, we'll clear that pothole. All is fine. Don't fall over there. Okay. Well, we have fallen over there, whether I was wanting to or not. Hopefully we'll have enough acceleration now. We should do. I reckon it'll be fast enough to at least get something resembling a decent landing. Okay, bit of a bounce through there, but it's fine. Continues to get chucked around. We can, yeah, position it there. All is good. All is fine for the van. We're heading up to where the Covert succumbed to its fate, as everything will caught fire. And the fuel tank on this, it is a concern. It's something to think about, but yeah, I would be surprised if we ruptured the fuel tank on this. Right, we're going to try and jump a little bit further with this. That may be a bit too far. Oh, okay, yeah, probably a bit too far. God, that is a really fine line. If you're going to go for that, if you're going to go for that. I'm not sure what speed we're going to need, but you're definitely going to need a bit less than that, because that was more landing on the concrete than in the mud. I wanted to land in the mud, but alas, we did not. See, that, there, that's perfect. That's perfect. Speed and precision on that section to land nicely with minimal damage. Now we're landing on the nose. We're landing on the nose a little bit. We know the front of this van is strong. We know this has got some serious strength to it, so I'm not going to worry too much about it just yet. Yeah, as you can see, the bodywork is all of a mess. The actual van part is messed up. The doors are flapping about and everything. But the front end doesn't look in terrible shape. Mechanically speaking, not in terrible shape. It's chucked about plenty. Oh, it's lost a tyre. That was not the time we wanted to lose a tyre. Just before a jump, and we have now lost a wheel. So, we are front wheel drive. Oh, and we have lost steering. We have pretty catastrophically lost Now, do I have... So we are allowed to reshuffle. I'm actually not sure whether I have enough steering to even... We do have... So I'm allowed to reshuffle if from a crash damage I'm in a position where I can't recover the car, which I would argue that one there was from a crash. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. Completely irrelevant anyway, because it's immediately shattered the front drive shaft. That was the smallest bump. That was the smallest bump, and the front drive shaft was gone. Just gone. Well, yeah. There we go. There we go. Amazing stuff. That is the end of the van, pretty much. It did well. It was doing quite well. Yeah, we lost a tyre setting it up for a jump, and it was just a little bit twisted in the air, and an awkward landing did a lot of damage. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised to see that it was what was, I would say, one of the safer landing zones. I guess maybe it's a faster landing zone here that has done more damage than this one. This one is horrible. This one is really tough to land in anything nicely. So yeah, there we go. It's 3.1 miles for the van. Not quite as far as the I-Series, I believe. But yeah, an interesting course. An interesting course, this one. It's definitely punishing without solely destroying oil pans. I mean, there's always, whatever you do, oil pans and radiators are always a potential hazard around anything. It's just how the game is. But this one does seem to be able to damage and break cars without being solely about them overheating constantly. So, yeah, I'd say maybe there are a couple of too safer options in terms of jumps, sort of like this one here, and maybe this one here. I don't know, that one there I feel could be damn. If you're a bit too far, it'd be easy to just land solid on concrete. Yeah, maybe a couple more jumps that you've got to be able to be going fast enough to make for a nice landing. But if you aren't going fast enough, maybe not complete destruction, but something that could cause grief. I'm certainly no map maker at all. But yeah, I mean, I like this. I like this as a course. Do let me know in the comments, dear audience, if you would be interested in seeing a series around here. Does definitely seem like an interesting circuit, and I wonder what would fare well. Quite interestingly, all three cars today have ran a fairly similar sort of distance, but died in quite different ways. But there you go. That's going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.